Do you ever feel like the world is just watching you? Like pigeons or government drones and your neighbor's petunias are recording your every move? Well, friend, have we got the podcast for you? We Stand Corrected dives deep into the bizarre, the unbelievable, and the downright hilarious world of conspiracy theories. This week we're tackling the FAFO surveillance system, also known as, well, let's just say it involves karma and a healthy dose of Newton's third law.
Yes, you heard that right. The fuck around and find out surveillance system. Apparently, the universe has a built in security system, and it's not afraid to use it.
So are you telling me that the universe is one giant cosmic nanny cam just waiting for us to mess up?
Maybe, but hey, at least it's free. Unless you count the existential dread, that is.
This week on We Stand Corrected, we'll separate the uh-oh from the oh yeah. We'll uncover the origins of the FAFO myth, explore real-life examples. Let's just say some people shouldn't have messed with that beehive. And ask the important question, is the universe judging us? And if so, can we bribe it with pizza? Find out on We Stand Corrected. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Just be careful what you search for online after listening. The FAFO surveillance system. Fuck around and find out surveillance system. Might be watching you.
I go ham on a bullet beat combined to Il Brio. Call the homies up and make tracks with my people. Cause when we join forces, we know that he is with us. We talk to him and keep a strong witness. So when I say I'ma take you to church, I really take you to church. With every poem that I write, it's much deeper than a verse. Just to let you know, you can have what we have in the place we call
FAFO, one of the greatest surveillance systems out on the market. Here we are. Welcome to We Stand Corrected, episode 12. Curtis.
One of my favorite sayings, fuck around and find out, Joe.
It's one of the greatest things of all time, okay? They say the more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Well, we'll find out in November, I'll say. It's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a terrible day. I'm going to end up blaming others, okay, for my loss. Okay, I might get sued 30 more times because I can't handle a loss because I'm a big vagina. I got all this vagina going around and my wife's still with me.
And she'll stay with me forever because I've got plenty of Skrilla to make it happen. Okay, it's going to be great. Guess what I did for Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, man. You went camping, dude.
I went camping down to one of my favorite places, the Fun Valley Resort.
Yeah.
The Fun Valley Resort down in South Fork.
You want to explain where South Fork is?
So if you go down I-25 and you're south of Colorado Springs, you go all the way down to Walsenburg, which is about, well, it's south of Pueblo. It's about 2/3 of the way to the state line on the south edge. You hang a right and you head west outside of Walsenburg, and you're going to go through Alamosa and Del Norte and Monte Vista. I always want to call it Montezuma. And then you hit the town of South Fork, and it's kind of a rafting town. It's I don't know, really cool little shops and stuff to do. It's like typical rafting, touristy place. Let me tell you about that win, buddy.
Well, let's start from the beginning. There was some stories from the beginning. You were calling me frustrated. Friday morning, I got a phone call, 11 a.m.
This cannot be the first camping trip ever again. A big trip.
Tell me why.
So I go pick up, I could keep my camper at my mom and dad's because they have land. So it's just easier that way. And I keep it plugged in, and I had known that the battery was starting to get weak, but apparently this winter took its toll on it, and the battery is dead. So fortunately, we're going somewhere that we have electricity, so the battery didn't really mean too much this time. Get down to where we're going. Let me start over. we take off, and the wind is blowing ridiculously strong here. And I don't know, many of you probably don't know much about RVs, but they are not really made all that well, especially the ultralight ones where everything's built to save on weight. We make this long drive, and I'm hearing things pop, and I'm figuring I bought new tires, so there's rocks getting in my tires and hitting things and stuff. We get down to the resort, and we stop in at the checkout area, and this guy goes, "Hey, buddy, you got something coming loose under there. Come look at this." So I hop out of the truck, and I go look. I'm waiting for Tina to check us in, and about a 4x8 sheet of the underlayment that secures the insulation to the underbelly of my camping trailer had come loose from the front edge and was flopping in the wind, just dragging on the street for who knows how long.
Deep down, your dad set you up. He was like, I'm going to set this fucker up after all these times of fucking with me because,
there's this great thing. It's called fuck around and find out. And you fucked with him too much. You fucked with him too much. And he's like, all right, he's going to park my shit. He's going to park his shit in front of my shit. Now I'm going to fuck with him.
I wouldn't blame him a bit. I've got that one coming from years back. But so anyway, Tina and I, my wife, thank God for her. She was able to help me. And we climb under there when we get to our camp spot. And I just decided to take a razor knife and cut that section off. And we'll deal with it later. And you should have saw the looks I was getting throwing that big 4x8 sheet of shit in that little tiny dumpster.
And deep down, Dad was laughing. Dad was laughing.
I had it down on the ground. I was trying to fold it up into the smallest piece possible, and it's coming undone. And anyway, then we go to get the water hooked up. Get the water, I've got a water filter because it just makes the water taste better and yada, yada, yada.
In the camper? Or?
Yeah. Outside the camper.
Okay.
Hooks onto the hose.
Is it yours?
Turn
or
on
do they
the
give
hose.
You one?
Water sprays everywhere. Froze my water filter over the winter. So I got to get a new one of them.
Well, that answered my question.
What was your question?
I said, was it your filter or theirs? And you ignored me.
Froze my water
No,
filter.
It's mine. Yeah, no, it was mine. It's mine.
Hmm.
They screw in line to your hose. It looks like a 2-liter bottle, kind of.
Yeah.
But empty those out in the wintertime because they will freeze. Never had it happen before. But the wind blew the whole time we were down there. We still had fun. I mean, don't get me wrong by any means, but the wind was a bit much. I was over that by the time we left today.
It was cold, huh?
It was cold. I mean, off and on. It was kind of warm, but then the wind was cold. What made it cold?
I was hoping you guys would have made it to the sand dunes.
When you sent me that link and I looked at those people trying to get in there, I said, nah, we're not doing that.
No, and then you're like, well, I think I'm going to go down to the Pagosa Springs Hot Springs.
Yeah, that never happened. We did go to the Amish bakery that I love down there.
Oh, how was that?
Some great, fresh freaking baked goods. And
what'd you get?
Man, I got the biggest, fluffiest loaf of white bread you could find.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, that's what you got Tina for. There she is.
And then we got some, they have these little turnover pies that you can get. And we got some coconut ones and some chocolate ones and a pecan one for me.
Wow, you went all over the board, man. Look at you.
Dude, you only live once. And when you only go to that place once a year, you better get what you want.
Are there a lot of Amish down there?
Yeah, I didn't know that. But in that area, there actually are quite a few.
I took the train out of Denver one time and I headed east. And I was going to Iowa. And somewhere in Nebraska, because the train stops several times along the way, and there's a bunch of these little train stations. And along the line, I by the time we started going through Nebraska, it was nighttime and I was falling asleep. And I woke up and there were hundreds of Amish people on this train. I kid you not. And I was like, whoa, where did these people come from?
Did we go through a time warp?
Yeah. And so we get into like Iowa and it's morning and they all start getting off in these small little towns out in the middle of nowhere. Like all you see is cornfields and crops and everything. And the train stations are like as big as my kitchen. And so they get off and on at these places and there's a ton out there, man. There's a ton. So
Those are probably some of the hardest working people I've ever seen. Like even the kids pitch in. I mean, they're in the bakery baking the stuff, and I mean, they just work their butts off.
yeah. Yeah, that is for certain. I can imagine because they live out in just where nothing is around, and Alamosa's actually kind of like that, honestly. If you go like south, north,
You want to know? You know what the name of this place is?
yeah,
It's called the Worth the Drive Bakery
worth the drive. Wait,
because it is in the middle of absolute nowhere.
So where is this place considered to by South Fork? Do you go in east, west, north, south?
So if you leave South Fork, you're gonna go east.
Back towards
And you go
Alamosa.
through. Yep, you're gonna go through Del Norte again. You're gonna hit Monte Vista. In Monte Vista, it's outside of the town, but it's off in the farmlands of Monte Vista. Out in the middle, and I'm not kidding you, it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's worth the drive.
Worth the drive just for some sweet, fluffy white bread.
But yeah, no, I mean all the peaks around there are completely snow capped. I mean, it's gonna be a minute before all that runs off.
Yeah, they were saying that the line into the sand dunes is like a mile out of parking.
Mm-hmm. People are parking up to 2 miles away
Yes, because of the
and
creek,
walking in.
because the creek's finally running, and that's when you want to go see the sand dunes, is because the creek that we've talked about on the show it's flowing.
What's the name of that creek? Let's test your
Oh
Colorado
my
knowledge
god,
here, Joe.
it starts with an M, and now I can't even think of it. Hold on, it is called the Medano Creek.
Yep, there you go. See, I can't stand him corrected right now.
Can't stand me corrected. Cannot. Got it right. Couldn't even phone a friend, dude.
Pull the audience.
Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? So,
What'd you do today?
oh, dude, I went Ubering, man, this weekend. Good week to
Was
Uber.
that your old weekend?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good weekend. Memorial Day. It's a good money weekend. I called you because I was so tired on the way home one night, and so you can filter your rides. And I'm almost home. I'm about 20 minutes out, and I'm coming down I-25. I get this ride, and it's heading my direction, and it ends kind of close to my house, probably about 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'll accept this. This isn't a bad ride. I'll make like $15 on this and call it a night. So I accept it. And I get
Wait, what was this person's name?
Oh my God, it was a male name. Oh man, I can't remember. Do you remember what I told you it was? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
I wish I could remember. And oh, you know what? I screenshotted this. I will know. Hold on. 1 second as we pause for this.
This is how you know it's a good story when he screenshotted this motherfucker.
I was so tired. I sent you the screenshot. I know I did. Let me look at.
You sent it to me?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, you did. You did. That's right.
Yes, Raul.
Raul.
Yeah, so he goes, accept this ride from Raul. And so I'm like, all right. So I get this text. And it goes, and I'm like falling asleep, dude. This is how tired I am. And then I see this text come in and it goes, you have a new message from Raul. And he goes, hey, I have fishnet on. Is that okay? And I woke right the fuck up and I was like, whoa, fishnet. What does this mean? Like, is this man in fishnet pantyhose? Is this what that means? Like, I mean, we're in Denver. I mean, is this guy like, did he go fishing? Is he wrapped in fishnet? What does this mean? So I respond.
Go fishing.
Like, I got questions now. Like, my mind is
He's been
stirring.
fishing all right. He's been fishing all right.
And so I was like, I gotta know what's about to get in my car. So I'm like,
all right, I think that's fine. I was like, is there a reason it shouldn't be? And so he didn't respond. And so I pull up to the Sheraton. And this Sheraton faces the interstate. So as you pull into the main parking lot, you actually come in from behind the Sheraton, and you got to go all the way around to what really should be the back. But they pointed the front of the Sheraton towards the interstate. So I park at the lobby. And he goes, I'm in the front. And I'm like, no. And I can see his location. I was like, no, you're in the back. I'm like, I'm in the front because I'm at the lobby. And he goes, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'll be right there. So I was like, I see his location. So I was like, I'll be nice. I'll just drive to him. So I whip around the lobby, and I see this black man just on a march, bud. And he passes me, and I see nothing but ass and fishnet walk right by me, like male ass and fishnet hanging out with like a shirt on.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh no, this is the fishnet guy. This is him. This is Raul. And he's looking for me. And I can tell he's like looking location. He's looking at his phone. He's like looking around. Like, this is how you find people. So I'm just like creeping up behind him. Like, come on, dude, you got to see my headlights by now. Like, dude's on a fucking mission. Like, he's marching like 15 miles an hour because fucking.
He's in a hurry.
You would be too when your fucking cheeks are hanging out and it's 30 degrees. So I'm just like, God, should I like yell at the window at this guy and go like, hey, buddy? I'm like, I better stay quiet about this one. Like, he's got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally sees me. He stops, and I'm like, God damn it. And I'm about to get my back seat raw dogged by an ass cheek back here.
Oh, who knows?
Who knows what, man? And so doesn't say a word, gets in the car. You know, I'm like, you ready
He
to go?
just left a hotel.
Yeah, he just left a hotel. Who knows what was happening in there? Like, ugh. My poor back seat, man.
Did you turn on the heated seat for him so he can warm up?
My back seats don't have heated seats. I don't even know if I could have done the ride if he sat in the front seat, buddy.
This is where you need that dash cam. 'Cause I want to view this footage, dude.
Yeah, and but yeah, could you imagine? Ass cheeks. And so he gets in, he don't say a word. I'm like, you ready? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. You know, he's got the deep voice.
Oh God.
So I'm like, all right, here we go. 15-minute ride or something. So I'm getting to the destination, and it's in a brand new like housing complex. And he has me like park in a weird spot, and he gets out, and the front doors like face each other on the houses. So the lawns are like connected, and there's a sidewalk down the middle. And then the garage is like the back door type thing. So I drop him on the corner by a back door, and this dude gets out because where the houses face each other, it's dark. And he's like, I'm going to get out here. I'm like, all right. Dude just marches out, and he like starts walking all fast again, like that 15-mile-an-hour march. And then he was off into the night because somebody made an order.
Somebody ordered him with a side of fishnets.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty.
Mm-hmm. So I shut off after that one because I was like, I ain't taking no more. I'm going home.
Yeah, and Joe regularly calls me when he's out driving Uber, like just to kind of check in. It's like to make, you know, so I know he's being safe out there, and I think also helps keep him awake. And this dude calls me late at night and goes, "You're not gonna believe what just happened." He's on his way home. This guy was asking if it was all right if he had fishnets, and I'm thinking, are you some kind of a fisherman?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was
what does that
thinking.
mean?
Like, did he just go out to Cherry Creek? I mean, yeah. And then I told you I had another one.
You did, yes.
And so I get this ride and I accept it, and I'm like, all right, it's Jessica. Her name's Jessica. And I'm downtown. I'm off. I'm over by Coors Field downtown, and there's a light rail station just north of there on Blake. So I get this phone call from Jessica, and I'm like, all right. She's calling me. I don't know why. Like, I'm still like a mile away.
And I'm like, hello, this is Joe. And he's like, hello, this is Jessica. And I'm like, whoa. Jessica.
Yeah, that would throw you off a little bit.
Oh yeah. So I was way thrown off. Like, what is Jessica on? So I'm like, all right. She goes, I don't know. I'm not at the location that it shows, okay? And I'm like, yeah, I can see where your location is and where
It
you're
did
picking
not
up
talk like Trump. If anybody, it sounded like Biden.
Hey, yeah, I'm across the stairs, okay? Come on,
I don't remember where I'm at. Where do I go?
And so I responded and I was like, yeah, I can see where your pickup is and I can see where you are. I was like, you're on Blake Street. And I was like, all right, I see you. So I pull up and I flip around. There's a parking spot and it's like 10 o'clock at night. And Jessica's the only one there. So I whip in and Jessica's got a suitcase. Okay. And so people can't figure out my trunk and I can't pop my trunk from the inside. It's one of them fold up doors. So when people come up to my back door when they got a suitcase, they're feeling where the camera actually is and they're going like this and they're all like, I don't know what's happening. I can't figure it out. Can you pop this? And they're knocking on the window. I'm like, yeah. And I get out. The button's on the bottom of the door. I'm like, I don't know why people can't figure this out. So I get out and they're like,
Yeah.
oh. I'm like, yeah, look at the fingerprints, dude. Like there's dust here. There's fingerprints there. Like, let's pop it here. How about that? Anyways, Jessica walks up with like 100-pound bag. And we talked about like calves on me on like episode 1, 2. Jessica's calves were bigger than my calves. And I was like, God damn. And Jessica was a man with a wig and a short skirt and tan legs. And I was like, oh, this is Jessica, you need to go back to Dale. Because that is not working for you, Jessica. And so Jessica gets in and Jessica's like, wow, it's really cold here. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where are you from? Well, I'm from here, but I just got back from Vegas. And I was like, yeah,
Of course.
Jessica goes, I was in a bikini this morning. Now I got to go to a pants and a hoodie. And I'm like, yeah. I got to the end of the ride. It was only like a 2-mile ride. And I was like, have a good night. Get out. So, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you way to get your dash cam installed, dude.
Yeah. And the things you see late at night in Denver.
No kidding. I can only imagine. You could almost have a reality show based off of that, like Taxi Cab Confessions. Remember that show?
I used to love that show, dude.
You could call it Uber Legends.
Yeah. Welcome to the Cash Cab.
Yeah, that one was good too.
Yes.
Cash cab driving
Oh,
around
that's
New
what
York
I was
City.
thinking. Yeah, I forgot. Taxi Cab Confessions was on HBO. Dude,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
a
like late
naughty
night 'cause it
show,
was-
man.
Oh yeah, it was like bad and inappropriate.
Oh my God.
I forgot all about
You never knew what you were gonna see on there.
Yeah. I remember like coming home after school when I was young and the Cash Cab was on. You remember the Cash Cab? And he was like,
Oh yeah,
you're in the Cash Cab.
that was like that was a Discovery Channel show. You watched
Yeah.
the Discovery Channel. That's impressive.
You didn't know I watched a Discovery Channel, dude? Come on,
I
man.
didn't think that was your cup of tea.
Oh, come on. It's about outdoors, fucker. What? Come on. Come on. What was the Gold Show?
Okay.
We always talked about the damn Gold Show, Gold Rush.
Oh, okay, you did watch that one.
Yeah,
What was that called?
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. Yeah, huh? Deadliest Catch
Yeah.
without the crabs.
You used to always watch the underwater one of Gold.
Oh, yeah, Bering Sea Gold.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
one was
enjoy
good,
that
too.
one much.
Yeah, Discovery. I like those kind of shows. I like educational stuff. Like my wife gets so annoyed with me because I love a good documentary.
What was the last documentary you watched?
This is a good one. I watched a good one that was not really a documentary, but it was a movie based on the guy that actually founded the McDonald's Corporation.
Okay.
And I think it's still on Netflix. It's called The Founder. And how he moved in, and the two brothers that actually started McDonald's didn't want to go corporate with it as much as he did. So he basically bought the company out from under them, founded it into what it is today, and became a billionaire.
Well, he knew what he was doing, kind of like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, entrepreneurs. I mean, that kind of stuff's very interesting to me.
Yeah. I don't mind that stuff. I have a hard time getting into it now. Like, I don't watch as much TV as I used to. Like, it's not the same.
Yeah. Now, I like a good TV sitcom too, but they're not like they used to be back in the 90s either.
No, not at all. Not at all. With that, we're going to take a little break and we'll get back to you. This one's brought to you by CHS Headphones. Hey there, We Stand Corrected podcast aficionados. Are you tired of missing out on the juicy details of your favorite shows? Do you find yourself constantly asking, what did they say? Well, fear not, because we've got the solution for you. Introducing CHS, Can't Hear Shit, the revolutionary earbuds designed specifically for those who are tired of straining to catch every word.
Hey, Joe, did you catch what that last guest said about ED?
Sorry, Curtis, I was too busy adjusting my CHS earbuds. But I think they mentioned something about aliens and mojo stealing.
Ah, classic. Thanks, Joe. That's the beauty of CHS. Never miss a beat, even when you can't hear a thing.
With CHS, you'll enjoy crystal clear sound quality, customizable volume levels, and a stylish design that's sure to turn heads.
Plus, with our special discount code, Stand Corrected, listeners can get 10% off their first order of CHS earbuds.
That's right, folks. Don't let FOMO get the best of you. Get your CHS earbuds today and join the conversation with confidence. CHS, hear the world like never before, or at least pretend like you did. Available now at all major retailers. And this next segment of Dad Jokes is brought to you by CHS Headphones.
Joe, what kind of birds always stick together?
Ooh, I don't know what.
Velcros.
That was a good one. I like that. All right, did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
No.
He won the Nobel Prize.
So I had a spider in the house, and the wife tells me, take it out instead of kill it. So I took it out for some drinks, and come to find out he's a web designer.
All right, I like that one. So did you hear about the rumor about butter?
I didn't.
I'm not going to spread it. Oh, man. So we were doing that ancestry DNA, right?
That's right. Did yours ever get accepted?
Mine is accepted. I'm on like stage 3 of 6. Where are you at?
Okay. I'm at the same stage.
And I think you're like a day ahead of me. You sent yours in a day in front of me.
Yep. Ish.
Yeah. What do you think about that as you look back through it right now? Like, have you had any good finds come up on your thing?
I actually messed with it quite a bit for the first week. And found out quite a bit about both sides of my family.
What'd you find out most interesting?
On my dad's side of the family, I've always wanted to know where the Leadhams came from. And I have my fourth great grandfather. His name is George Washington Leadham.
Wow.
And it stops with him. And I don't know where it goes from there. It's like a cold case.
A cold case? Yeah, I mean, I've seen some interesting like records pop up on mine. Like they got all the census records, and you can find even like marriage records.
Some of the old pictures are really cool to look at.
See, and I got one of my great grandfather I never met. His picture's on there. And then I'm looking right now, but it's got like names of like my great grandfather that I never met, my great grandmother, on both sides of the family, actually, which I would have never known how it knows that, which is wild to me. That is wild.
Well, then, so then on my dad's grandfather, on his side of the family, that part of the family, I found, so my grandmother's side of the family, I found out that it goes all the way back to the 1800s, like early 1800s. A woman came from Dublin, Ireland, married a man that was from England, and they immigrated to the U.S. together.
Oh, wow. See, I haven't found anything like that yet on mine. Like, I can see my great grandfather on my dad's side. Looks like they were from Breezeport, New York. Which I know like a lot of my heritage came from like Ireland, but I wonder like when. Just crazy. It's crazy to me. So,
well, and then it's like you get so far back and you'll start seeing people who have military designations in front of their names, like captain or commander. Well, those people fought in likely like the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Or the Civil War, or I mean, it's cool. I mean, you look at like the old war records too.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's just crazy how it picks up on like all my mom's brothers and sisters. It hasn't picked up on my dad's sisters though, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know why. But it's just interesting how it finds people and connects them to the tree as it starts growing.
Well, and I'm really interested to see what my DNA thing is going to come back with, because that's going to, I think, be the key to help me find out even more.
Yeah. What's your prediction?
I honestly, I really can't tell you at this point. It's
majority.
I'm all over the
So
place.
if you were a majority, what would it be? Irish?
I don't know, man.
African American?
I'm so many things. I don't know what the majority might be. I'm a mutt. What do I say?
You're like the runt of the litter.
African-American.
The runt of the litter. Nobody wants him. So many things.
The mutt. I'm a conglomeration of great things.
Don't know whether to call him a lab or golden. He's a mix. He's a mix.
I'd be like a golden labradoodle.
That would explain the orange beard. That would explain it. We missed a week. You know this, right? Like, we didn't get in on...
I know, and I felt bad for that, but, it's bound to happen.
Sometimes times just don't work out. And I think we were talking when this Ancestry DNA comes back in, we'll probably end our first season. Right there on that is like a grand reveal.
Yep, and I think we'll, I don't know, we'll figure maybe 3 months off. Get back into it right around the time school starts.
Yeah. Go through our summer and our summer experiences, what we're going to experience this summer.
Get some more ammo to feed you all.
Some more ammo, because November's coming and I'm going down. Going down, okay? Going far, far down. Maybe behind...
You're going to go down the Trump trail. I just know it. You're going to have to turn MAGA.
Oh, shit. He's going to have to find him a new woman to raw dog, okay?
She'll stay by his side. He's already found the best there is. Some else people think she's the
Oh,
best.
I know she's going to stay. I was talking about a different one that won't. That'll just come on the side, okay?
She has more holes in her story than the condom she uses.
There was no condom, okay? That was pointed out. No condom.
There was a rolled up newspaper, though. I did hear stories about the rolled up newspaper.
There were some lashings that took place.
Oh, shoot. All right, buddy. Well, that is the wrap of episode 12. And I got to say thanks to Illustrate for letting us use his music. He just put an album out that we're going to have to play on here,
Absolutely.
too. So, man, we enjoy the music of having it on the show as well. So, all right, everyone.
Be sure to check us out on social media, everyone. Email us, just message us on social media. You never know, maybe we can pick your brain and get some more material, or even put you on the show.
Yeah, come on and interview it up. All right, buddy, that's a wrap on episode 12 till we get to 13, hopefully next week.
All right, good night, everybody.
All right, see ya.
I go ham on a bullet beat combined to Il Brio. Call the homies up and make tracks with my people. Cause when we join forces, we know that he is with us. We talk to him and keep a strong witness. So when I say I'ma take you to church, I really take you to church. With every poem that I write, it's much deeper than a verse. Just to let you know, you can have what we have. In that place we call him up and speak with our dad. Cause truth is, he's just waiting on us to take a moment and be honest. Just to talk and not act so tough. Cause he can always see past our bluff. We've all done some dirt, but that price was paid. He found a way to heal every mess that we've made. He knows it all from the darkest things that we can fathom. Now it's time to get it right, homie, get at him. I'm speaking to the part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out. I'm speaking to that part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out.
Gotta give it up, living life through him now. Tear that sin down, bring honor with that pen down. To the paper, pray you erase the major. Idols in my life cutting close like a razor. Ain't trying to play ya, it all fades away. My savior in a manger, answer is called today. Let go of that baggage, heading down my path. Put stock in the system till I watch it all crash. I pray you wake my heart, King Nebuchadnezzar. Praise the idol when that trumpet blows, something I could never. No trading in my blessing, looking for something better. I know you'll bring me through the storm, no matter the weather. Lay it all out, putting God in everything. Open my eyes to never let the devil reign over my life, over my heart, over my soul. God, bring me back to the start.
I'm speaking to the part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out. I'm speaking to that part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out.
My identity, I bear the image of a deity. No, I'm not a god, that would be idolatry. The pride of Lucifer expelled him from the heavenlies. Responsibility of Adam was to serve and keep. The serpent deceived, it affected all his progeny. Ethical relativism, they create their own morality. The age of the Enlightenment extended this mentality. The holy scriptures object to this depravity. Inscribed this moral law in the hearts of all humanity. The only difference you suppressing is reality. A mad fallacy to use the analogy of drowning in a sea, then get rescued by a boat. This implies effort from which a man can boast. I was a cold dead corpse at the bottom of the seafloor. The Holy Ghost renewed my soul. God brought me to the seashore and breathed life into my nostrils.
I'm speaking to the part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out. I'm speaking to that part that seeks God in all of us. Not just here, speaking to an audience. Get your prayers up, start calling out. Cause he is real, no need to hold out.
Hey.